say, well, tell them, rezone my home.
Okay, now, all right now.
And I was like, Lord, okay, what are you saying? Now you must understand. Now we're going spiritual. Now you must understand because in the Bible, you must understand. In the book of Genesis, God told Abram, He said, go to a land, a place where I will show you. Get your belongings, hallelujah. Take them up from that which you are familiar with. You got to get out your mama and your daddy's house. You just got to move. You got to, because I have need of some things. And if I don't show you, if I don't make this thing happen for you, you will never do it, in other words. And therefore I say, well, then he goes over into the book of Exodus, and you must understand because he heard the cries of his people. And he said, well, in other words, Moses, tell Pharaoh, and because Pharaoh was stubborn and hard-headed, he had to take him through some trials until he understood, well, look, now is the time. Moses, he called him and said, you got to go now. It's time because God had spoken, and therefore we weren't obedient because we thought that we were greater, in other words, than God, than your God. He said, so they said, he urged them so much, he said, you got to get out of here. Had him thinking, if you don't leave, we going to kill you. Read the word of the Lord. In other words, he said that because he understood that God's hand was on Moses and the people of Egypt. And he said, you got to go. There's some things that you think that you got it going on, but it's some things that when you require the wrong things, you got to leave. You got to pack it up. And then in the book of Acts, he said, consider the cost. What is it going to cost to get this thing done? So I asked the Lord, he said, well, tell my people, because you must understand that they must rezone their home. And understand when I said, well, Lord, what are you talking about? It is not, when he says, now, first of all, understand what zoning is. When you look up in Webster, zoning is relating to the division of an area into zones. That's where they break things up at. That's where when you go to get a permit, they will say, well, this is what you can build. This is how you can build it. This is what you can use this for. It's residential, it's commercial, and then there's another thing that they have the industrial. And certain buildings and certain things that you can't do unless you get the permit to do it. And among doing that, you must understand, they will tell you how you can do this thing. So then I asked the Lord, he said, well, tell my people now, they must understand it's time for them to rezone who they are on the inside. You must understand, he said, tell them they must rezone their home. It is not talking about your physical place that you dwell at. It's talking about this is the temple of the Holy Spirit which Christ Jesus dwells in. Because you must understand, too many now, hallelujah, we're walking around, even in the kingdom now, we're walking around in the zone that we're in is the wrong zone. That's why things aren't happening. That's why when we go to try to do things, it's not going to happen. Because God said, you must understand, the zone that you've been living in is the wrong zone for the thing that you want to become. You can't build what I have for that zone. So you must understand, you got to rezone everything now. Because what I have, you cannot go into 2018 with the zone you've been living in 2017. Because there was something, if we would just be honest, that we weren't pleased with, hallelujah, in 2017, that it has affected our zone. And because nobody's ever told us what it is that we need to do, you want to change, you got to get ready and be prepared to leave. I can't hear nobody. And some think, oh, I can't let that go. But God is saying, now, tonight, no, you got to let it go because I'm requiring you to move. I'm requiring you to go and to do something, hallelujah, that you have yet done before. And before you do it, people, you got to understand that you got to consider the cost. Because he also, what is it going to cost me? God, what is it going to cost me to do this thing? Because some don't want to separate because they like being connected to some of the things in that zone. I can't hear nobody. You say you want, but I'm trying to tell you, that's why I told my people, Moses, go tell them that they can't associate with the Egyptians because things. When I want to work in you, you got too much stuff that's connected with them, that's affiliated, that's trying to become affiliated with what I want you to become, and that just not can't happen. So you got to cut everything. I can't hear nobody that is not like me, because I need to do a new thing in you, and I can't do that new thing in the zone that you presently find yourself in. So I said, well, God, he said, you must understand, because rezoning, men and women of God, will cause you to strategize. See, you can't just rezone until you re-strategize. You got to get a strategy. So what is it that I really want to do? What is it that God will have me to do? So therefore, see, this is a difference from saying, it is what it is for the world, but this is a different, how do you say this New Year resolution? See, New Year's resolution affords you, it doesn't do anything once you release it. You have nothing to follow up on, because you're chasing the words where the words should be chasing you. Your word should be guided by. Your word should find you and build you up based upon the words that you say. Not you chasing, trying to follow some word that you spoke, but you have no understanding of the words that you released out of your mouth.
My God.
That's why if I keep reiterating saying things, those words will find me. So when they find me, that means I'm changing. My zone is changing, because I'm constantly speaking that thing out. I can't hear nobody. I'm not going out trying to chase the words. I'm making the words chase me. So rezoning will cause me to strategize. And keeps my focus, see, because you're constantly in remembrance of what it is that because I'm trying to be redeveloped, so I have to, that's keeping my conscience on what I'm doing. See, and if I just make if I make a declaration, or if I make that like New Year's resolution, see, it's just out there. But then after a couple of days or a couple of weeks, I've forgotten about it. But when you strategize, it's constantly reminding you of the things that you need to do. Because I've made a plan. I'm saying my zone has to change, because if whatever this is that I have to divide it up, because I have to section it off, and I have to take one section at a time, because you must understand, when you zone things, you don't just want to zone. You have to take whatever it is that's being zoned and build it up one step at a time. You don't just go in, I got my foundation. Now that I have my foundation, I must start building on the plumbing area over here. I can't hear nobody. And then when I do that, hallelujah, once I get my plumbing, hallelujah, then I call the masonry to come and lay the cement, hallelujah, to hide my plumbing. See, because you don't understand, I got to build my zone up, because once God, I've acquired the zone and I've got the permission to build, I must consider the cost. And therefore, there's no rush as long as I stepped out, because you must understand, to rezone is saying that I understand what I used to do and what I don't want to do that anymore, because I got some stuff back there in that zone, because I never understood that zone. I was just doing it because they told me I had to, but no one ever explained to me that I'm living in a zone that I don't even understand it. And whatever it dictates to me, I'm just accepting it. Where I got the right to say, no, I can't rezone myself, because the Bible says that there should be many refillings. I can't hear nobody. So when I understand that the Lord say that He has taken His chosen and put them up from one place and placed them on another, because of the responsibility, the things that He has in store for them. There's no way He's going to have me trying to, because my depressed days are over. Then so if my depressed days are over, I can't take that zone which I was depressed in and bring it over here somewhere else, because if I move and I don't rezone myself, it comes with me, because I don't want to be depressed any longer. So I got to leave that depressed zone and step in my happy place. I can't hear nobody. So my happy place is so disconnected from that place where I was depressed that I don't even know if you took me back by there. I don't in the choir because my foundation is being rebuilt again. I can't hear nobody. Because if I'm rezoning, that means God say that I can rebuild up my foundation. Because sometimes you got to go and crack up old foundation. Hallelujah. That building has to be torn down. They realize that it's time for them to rezone. Do they not realize that? Why didn't you keep trying to compile stuff on top of mess? But I'm not messy. Who I am, hallelujah, I can't hear nobody. You serve a God that is able to do exceedingly and abundantly above all you should ever hope, ask, or think. According what is working in you, if you're trying to compile done on top of something, see. And this is the problem. This is the problem where believers are finding themselves, because if we don't understand our zone, but you must understand where I used to be, where I used to be an industrial, and then anything you going into an industrial zone, that's that hard labor stuff. I can't hear nobody. But now God is saying I'm going commercial. You don't understand. I'm commercial zone now, so therefore I gotta start looking for something different, because I'm commercial. I'm high rise, baby. Do you not understand? I'm high rise. So if I'm high rise, I can't be industrial. Industrial is when you got all the dust they wear in the hard hat. Oh no, this is baby. This is something totally different. This is hell. This is I can't hear nobody. This is Prada. I can't hear nobody. I'm commercial. Commercial requires a whole different zone, and you got to understand that. Even to get the permit, you got to have something. Just to get the permit for commercial, you got to be about something. You got to have something. I can't hear nobody. You got to know where you're going. You got to accept no failure. Oh no. We got to change that now. When I use industrial, I would fall for that, but no, I'm on commercial. I'm zoning commercial, so if I'm zoning commercial, I got a whole list of one more high-end requirements now. I can't hear nobody. So we have to understand, believer, the problem, because when you defeat it, when you do not understand the zone that you're in, see, you just think that you have to accumulate everything and put it in that zone. No, you don't. No. When the lack of understanding says that you accumulate, you put anything in that zone. You can't do that, because when you compile, you can't pile just mess on top of something blessed. You can't do that. Blessed means something all by itself. Blessing needs zoning all by itself. Blessing does not need zoning that has a bunch of stuff that you don't even like it. You just think that you got to deal with it.
No, sir.
2018 is the year of the strategist, and it says that I'm shining, and I'm almost done, because this is just a word of encouragement for you all to understand that God said this is the time to rezone. Because He called you. This is when you start to hear things. So that means, okay, what is it that I need to do? If I need to get into my prayer time more, because God has given me another opportunity to do my foundation. Now this time I want to lay my foundation right. I want to apply those things now that I've heard that I was hearing, but I never applied them because I thought that I wasn't good enough because of the things of my past. You got to understand that the enemy would never allow you to want you to escape. That's why Pharaoh never wanted, hallelujah, he never wanted God's people to escape. I can't hear nobody. That's why sometimes God has to come and force his hand. But see, now today, baby, that God is forcing the enemy's hand, because you are released from a bunch of foolishness that you thought that you had to endure. But God is saying, because leaving 2017 will not be, I can't hear nobody. Because now it's the acceptable time to rezone, because he's saying, no, that's why he had to force the adversary. How many realize that you can't keep God's people down long? When you stay the course, when you stand faithful, God is going to make a way. He will agitate your enemy until your enemy releases that which not belong to him, because he got plenty of them, hallelujah, that don't even have a connection to God. But you got a connection to God, so God had to agitate your enemy. And when he agitates your enemy, listen and leave. When he agitates your enemy, listen and leave. See, you can go now. Why you keep trying to make excuses? Now, that ain't. No. Why are you trying to make excuses as though it's not God done set an open door for you, but you won't walk through the door? I don't see that because that couldn't be God because what all that. He didn't excuse. He knew what you were into before you got into it. Why you keep trying to remind God of something He's trying to relieve you of? That's the problem with too many believers. They keep trying to remind God of what He's trying to relieve you out of. Well, this is what I'm doing. This is what He already knows. You ain't telling God nothing He don't already know. But because He loves us, He said, well, I'm making a way of escape for you. I've agitated your situation long enough for the door to open.
Oh, you do that.
Yes.
You do it. Amen.
But we have to understand God is saying now we're better where we are now than where Abraham was because we have the Spirit of Christ Jesus that working through us now.
Yes.
And the Holy Ghost that leads us through all truth. So if he told Abram, go to a place, a land where I will show you, because it's because of your future. It's not talking about your now, it's talking about your future. I'm trying to set it up for you. So if I'm trying to set it up for you, depart. If I say depart, don't give me excuses. You say, why I should let you remain where you are? Because after a while, God said He closes His ear. Well, you're going to be hard-headed and stiff-necked. I'm going to leave you where you are. I'm trying to remove you out of a zone that you had no understanding. It would be more harmful to you than good to remain there. It would be more harmful than good for you to remain in the zone. And you already know, and this is the thing, people, we already know when God is speaking, when we hear things, when God is saying things, when He comes through His prophets, His teachers, and when He comes to those that He's given the word to speak to, you know when God is saying, but you still try to hold on.
Wow.
You still try to hold on to that familiarity.
Help us, Holy Ghost.
Am I talking to you? We try to hold on to that familiarity, even though we know God is speaking to us, but we thinking, okay, if we hold on, it's going to change. No, it's not.
It's not.
When God opens up our hearing, our eye gates, and our ear gates to hear His word when it pertains to our situation, we think if we stay in that longer, because what your staying in longer will not override what God already has for your life at that time. Sometimes when God opens up a door and a window, it's for that time. When you hear the door opens.
That's good.
When you ignore it, the door closes. But you in your little finite mind thinking, if I stay in this situation long, it's going to change. No, the opportunity for change has come and gone. Now, what believers begin to reap, they begin to reap that disobedience, because that's what you get when you don't move when God says move.
Yes, sir.
Then we find ourselves caught staying up in that zone. We're in the zone a lot of times we shouldn't be in because of disobedience.
That's it.
We heard on last week, the week before, about taking up our bed.
Yes, sir.
All that time, it wasn't that anybody, we heard, it wasn't, Elder was saying, it wasn't that he couldn't have been healed. It was according to his faith. He didn't need anybody to take you, pick you up, and put you in the water when there was trouble. It was no different from the woman with the issue of blood. It was her faith that made her whole. Think about it. You got a multitude of people. She may be 1.5 miles away from Jesus.
Right.
She's afflicted. Let me just take y'all through this real quick. Imagine this, if you will. Okay. Taking her through this, she sees this multitude of people.
Yes, sir.
She has an issue of blood. She's already weak. Do you think an individual that has an infirmity that's weak can plow through a multitude of people to touch physically the hem of Jesus' garment? He said virtue left him. Her faith moved beyond the people. It was her faith that moved. There's no no way a person weak. You know how you feel when you just got a cold.
That's right. That's right.
And you running the fever. She's losing bodily fluids. It was a multitude of people. It was a lot of people. You can't even get through the stadium. When it's time to leave, it's just 30 people in front of you. You can't, but you healthy. She was weak.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
There's no way she bowled herself through all those people to bend down without having a headache. I mean, she would have fell out.
That's true.
You bending down when you have no blood in you. You didn't fell out. And touched the hem of his garment. Come on, people. That was her faith. He said, I felt virtue leave me. You got all these people around you. How can you distinguish which hand it was that touched you? You got all these people touching Jesus' garment. Her faith was released.
God. Thank you, Jesus.
So, with that being said, and the thing with taking up your bed, you must understand it's the faith. So when God is beginning to speak and we don't move, sometimes it doesn't take, the Bible says, just the faith of a mustard seed.
That's right, sir.
That's right.
But when I know that my situation does not dictate what my spirit tells me who I am. See, that's the thing. I measure my spirit with my situation. I'm like, something has to catch up, Lord. Because my spirit is not what my situation is looking like.
That's right.
So therefore, what I speak has to catch up to me.
Yes, sir.
I don't chase after the words. The words have to find. You gotta find me. No, Lord, great is He that is in me. I'm in this situation. My spirit is greater than what I am into. I'm not going to succumb to my situation.
That's right.
So that means I gotta change my zone.
Hey, go. Thank you, Lord.
Am I helping anybody?
Yes.
Because we must understand, right? And I'm basically done, but right through here, we must understand because what the Lord is doing now, what He's doing, and there's many now that we find ourselves in situations and what God is saying, because this is the year, we're going into 2018, Lord, the year of the strategist. So that means He's already released, said that you will have the capability of strategizing, make a strategic plan. Even in His armies, He did not like. He said when they heard the marching of the multitude of the mulberry trees, they said, Lord, can we pursue? Shall we? He was like, no, wait until you hear them, because I gotta strategize. I gotta tell you how to do this thing, because if I don't do it, you'll run out and get yourself hurt. So even when God is dealing with His people, even in times past, He was using strategic planning. Sometimes He wouldn't say anything. He would stay silent until the time. You know, there's strategy in being silent.
That's good.
Because people always want you to say something, but God is not always speaking. Because, we don't always hear it. So sometimes we listen out of desperation. And when we listen out of desperation, when it's not right, we gravitate to anything. That's why the enemy can so easy to sneak up on people. Because he smells when you're desperate.
That's good.
All right. Understand, your desperation leaks out a smell. Your fear has a smell to it. Everything that we do has a scent. Why do you think okay, let's make this plain, because we got to understand where we are now, because whatever it is that we have to do to get our understanding where it needs to be, let's get it done now in 2018.
That's right. That's right.
Now those of us that used to do the dating thing used to always say, well, why am I always attracted to that same type of guy? Because that's not who I like. But why am I always attracted to those that's no good? Ding, ding, ding.
Say it, Pastor. Say it.
Even if you move out of state into another state, here they come, the same one.
Same spirit.
Because there's a scent of desperation that comes out, it's like, and it's all over us. And then they pick up on the enemy say, go on over there. Because they don't know. They don't know. They just, I just need a man. Okay. You don't have no requirements, so okay. Here they come. Just a man.
Just a man. Just a man.
He has no qualities, nothing that's gonna build you up. He's just a man, because that's all you said that you want.
Be careful.
And it still ain't dawned on you that, okay, I need to have some conditions. I got to start strategizing because I know that's not who I feel that I am. But why do I keep attracting the same thing for females? For males, attracting females. I want to look like this. Okay. Here she comes. Y'all done let that brick house thing 3624 go to your head. Okay. Here she comes. 3624 36. Hell on wheels.
Yes, sir.
And when you get it, you like,
Tear your house up.
you sitting like this. She gone. You trying to relocate. That scent goes out. Another one comes. Same thing.
Yeah.
No strategy.
No strategy.
You just want a 36, 24, 36. Okay. Here she comes. Now we have to see. That's why it's so imperative. It's so imperative to what God is saying is the time now to rezone. Because now it's the acceptable time. Now it's the acceptable time before we get into. We got 20 minutes. We got 19
Hallelujah.
minutes. Not actually 20 because it has to be 12:01. Now it's the acceptable timeline that everything, the altering things are open, that we're asking God to follow that. And we have to be serious about and honest about what it is that we ask God for that we want to do, because this is greater and better than saying that in a New Year's resolution. Because a New Year's resolution is just, we just get to the point where we like saying things and like hearing ourselves say them.
Right.
And that's the thing. We get all hyped us telling people what our New Year's resolution is. This is what my New Year's resolution is, but we have no means, I have no strategy of making that thing come to pass. But when you rezone, that gives you a strategy that forces you to say, hey, I know what I want to do. I know, because I'm not seeing any progress. My fruit cannot be seen by just saying, I'm gonna stop eating, steaks. That may happen for a week or two. And then you get around the right people. Well, that's going. Well, I can do. It's okay because I hadn't eaten steak in 2 weeks, so it'll be okay for me to eat. Okay, that's over with. So that resolution is gone down the toilet because those 2 weeks, that was it. And you got 2 weeks. You got 365 days, and you could only do 14 days.
My God.
But you're still in the same zone. You're still in the same zone. A lot of times, and what God is saying is He's asking us, He's requiring us. God is giving us permission now, saying that it's time for us to relocate, strategize. And it's so amazing because it ties into everything that co-pastor has said about what's coming on the upcoming year. Because we have to have a strategy for the upcoming year to fortify our theme. The strategies, well, it makes no sense. We have a theme, but we're not showing anything to fortify our theme.
Right.
What is it that you're strategizing? What is it that the church has a strategy to do what? That's just a banner, words on it.
Yes, sir.
But if we come behind it and we're showing that, okay, this is the strategy for the church. This is what the ministry is doing. This is the year. This is what we're going to do this month, this month, this month, this month.
Yes, sir.
We're fulfilling the theme what God has given because it was spoken prophetic. And like I said earlier, because it was spoken prophetic, we gravitated because we are the membranes to the things that are being released into the atmosphere for this ministry. I'm not talking about anybody else's ministry. I'm talking about this ministry. God released it upon this ministry to be the year of the strategist. So just think about it. If God is causing us now to strategize, God has something greater in store for us. I can't hear nobody. Because this may be the first time any of us have ever strategized to do something to see the benefits of when God is saying, my hand is upon this thing. And if you will follow the strategy which I've given unto your ministry, watch and see the things that I have bestowed, because his word declares, no good thing will I withhold from them that walk upright before me. So men and women of God, hallelujah, and even teaching our children, because you must understand that anyone underneath that thing that is spoken in this ministry can benefit from what has been spoken. But then it's also going to require your faith to grow.
Yes, God. Thank you, Lord.
Because sometimes you must understand, sometimes when God is doing, this is the thing, when God is saying to do that rezoning, sometimes when you rezone, may take a little time to dig up that old stuff to get rid of it. When you busting concrete, it's not always easy, because some of those chips and some of those blocks are a little bit heavy. I can't hear nobody. Some of the things that I did in the past are a little heavier than some of the things I can't hear nobody. Because when I did it, and I made quite a mess. So therefore, I can't hear nobody. But I must be able to withstand, because God would never have you do anything that he does not equip you to do.
Yes, God. Yes, God. Yes, God. Thank you.
And the Bible declares, be not weary in well-doing. So as we've been rezoned, those of us that are going to take this thing and walk out of 2017 and enter in 2018 and understand that, now that this is what I need, Pastor, for the word, because I need to rezone things in my life. I need to remove myself from the zone that I was in, because if I would be honest with myself, I did not understand that the zone that I was in. I can't hear nobody, because first of all, I have to take care. If I can't take care of me, I do no benefit when I go to my physical home. Because you must understand, if the personal zone rezoning isn't right, the physical, where everybody will never be right. I can't hear nobody. It is not a thing about, and see, because the Bible declares, work out your own soul salvation. It's not about because I'm married to Tasha, she's married to me. But if God is speaking and we don't take care of our own personal zone and rezone, we benefit not one another nor anybody that's connected with us. See, I dare not try to go to somebody else when God is speaking to me, and he said that he's already given us the keys to overcome. Because when you read in Revelation 3, it talks about God as the great overcomer, because he said, I have already overcome, so you have what it takes to overcome your situation.
Yes, God.
So it's rezone. We have to rezone, and when he said rezone my home, it's our person. It's who we are here.
Yes, God. Yes, God.
Who we are here.
Yes, God.
Because that frustrating, sometimes it's not your dwelling that's the problem.
Teach, Pastor. Yes, sir.
We always like to those that are in our circumference to give the blame. No, it's not always. It's the individuals not knowing their zones. And understanding the zone they operate in. And I'm not talking about fivefold ministry. Don't get it twisted.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Because we can never even understand the fivefold ministry if we don't even understand our own personal zone. I was never honest about things that happened to me in my past. I was never honest about it. I never came out in the open and really shared, because the enemy, but why am I ashamed of my past when God has said, no, you are blessed and highly favored. So why am I keep trying to live and compress things now to make a newness in my oldness? All that is a mess.
All that is.
When my own zone started off, that when I couldn't do anything, but I was thrust in a place that I didn't have. When your children or what have you, when it's not the zone that God would have you to, He will speak to you and say, it's time for you to go to a place where I will call you to. Depart from your father's house and your mother's house, because now I have to make you anew. I brought you through here for a reason, for the situation to get you here. But because I got you here, now I can take you where I want you to go. So some of us really, if we be honest with ourselves, and we got to get rid of that thing that tried to keep us in a zone that's no longer who we are. We've been dealing with that long enough.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And shame would keep us in a situation, in a zone that God is saying, no, you don't belong there. You've become a product of shame when you never should have been there in the first place.
Amen.
That was for a reason why that shame came upon you. It wasn't for you to stay and remain. It's to understand that the greatness is in you. Certain things you had to go through, not me, but to recognize I'm using this as a stepping stone because my spirit never agrees with what I went through. Some of us are in battles because we're in that battle with the fact that our spirit recognizes that I don't belong here. So why am I still here? Sometimes if we listen, our spirits will tell us that agitators, or should agitate us long enough to get us to a place where it make our spirit comfortable. If my spirit is the Most High God, and I recognize my spirit belongs to Him, my situation has dictated something different, but my spirit is saying something else. So that means I should be looking for a place that makes what I know who I am to be comfortable than what my current situation is, because it does not match up with what I feel on the entrails of who I am. And this is a problem now with many that are dealing in the body of Christ. You see, whenever the enemy will never want you on your own 2 feet. I always want to keep you rocked off your feet. I always want to keep you 2-legged, but you walk like you have one.
Come on, Jesus.
One-legged person is always off balance. You got 2 feet, but you move around as though you only have one. Because you're always off balance. God is trying to stabilize. And sometimes things that happen to us in our past will keep us where we're walking one-sided. And never put that other foot down to level ourselves off. Because the enemy will always try to bring reminders of what happened to you. So therefore he sets in.
Yes, sir.
But God is saying now, hallelujah, that was never your zone.
That's good. That's never your zone.
It was never your zone.
Thank you.
So you've been carrying around something that never belonged. It happened for a reason. Like the young boy in the book of Matthew, it's not the gospel, that was blind, and the people were saying that the people around in that time were saying, well, he must have done something. He said, no, he hasn't done anything. And his parents knew. He said, no. What happened to him is so that the Father can be glorified. Because I had to come here just for this reason, to give him his sight back again. He did nothing wrong. Nor did his mother and his father did anything wrong. But sometimes God causes things to happen in our lives so He can get the glory. But the problem is that the adversary tries to intervene before we get the true understanding, and that's why sometimes we in ministry, God has released some things over us, but for so long the enemy has our ear. When God says He's opened up the window, come on and walk through, or open up the door, we make excuses why we should remain where we are.
Yes, God. Thank you, Jesus. Hallelujah.
God is a good God.
Yes, He is. Hallelujah.
This is the time to release every all the heavy burdens.
Thank you, Lord.
Because we got what, 7, 8 minutes. Let's do this thing right. Let's enter in. Even if there's an inclination, a notion. I know we did some things earlier today. But there's nothing wrong with the Bible declares that the Holy Spirit does things in triplicate. To confirm God's word. To confirm his word. And if nothing else, that we be in agreement, all on one accord, that we accept the rezoning, because everybody, I believe that, the Bible declares, mark your perfect. And don't let pride keep you from having yourself rezoned. Oh, pride is a monster. Pride is a bad boy. Pride has kept so many believers. Pride is a championship fighter.
Yes, he is.
Understand what I'm saying? Pride is a champion. You gotta know something to take pride down. Pride does not give up. You have to overcome pride. Once pride gets you, pride you go. Pride will have you thinking every step that you take is right. Pride will have you walk into God's house, hear his word, and they will tell you that ain't God. And you listen. Pride would deny the very essence of who God is.
Yes, God. Thank you, Lord.
So we want this atmosphere. We want our 2018 to be undeniable. We want it to be undeniable. We want it to be all God. Hallelujah. Are you with me? We want this atmosphere. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. So we got to saturate. We got to get this atmosphere, because I believe how we exit. Hallelujah. We begin to strategize how we're going to enter. I just believe that in the spirit realm. When the people, and this is a place where all the people can be all on one accord. I see things begin to happen when everybody's on one accord, because we have an objective. Nobody. We have an objective. The objective has been presented, and everybody's on one accord. I can't hear nobody. There's no way that God will withhold anything. Hallelujah. When we exit this 2017, we're going to enter in 2018 all on one accord. Hallelujah. We're going to enter in believing God is going to give us what we need to strategize in the rezone. I don't care if it's a minute rezoning. If it's going to allow me to get that thing that's on the inside of who I am, despite of what I see, because you must understand, spiritual things go beyond that thing that we see natural. Spiritual things go beyond that which we see natural. When we try to hold on those things because we don't see it, that's why we miss so many things. And that keeps us in the zone that God has ordained for our lives. A lot of us are in situations God has not ordained us to be in. Rezoning also gives you a new mindset. I can't hear nobody. Rezoning you give the believer a new mindset, because everything is afresh and everything is anew. It's like if you ever build a home, you get to put, before they do anything, you get to tell them what you want in it. You can make the plans as you go now. I want my living room to be in the basement. I want my kitchen to be on the top floor. That's how you want to do it. That's how you want to do it.
Right. Thank you, Jesus.
And the thing about that is, the thing about rezoning, I believe, only don't take down.
Say it, Pastor. Say it. Say it.
When you know you have a strategy and God is giving you that strategy, you don't take down. You wait, I don't care how long it takes, you wait for the words to catch up to what it is, whatever the situation, to catch up with your words. You don't chase your words. You let your words chase you. Sir, we won't be able to do that, man. We won't be able to do that. Yeah, okay. I'm not changing my mind, so we're going to see who's going to wait who out.
Say it now. Say it.
Because my strategy is saying, oh no, this is what I want.
Yes,
You get along, we're not able to do that. Okay.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, a couple of days later, you phone call me. Well, we found out that Mr. Goggins will be able to do that. We'll have it just like you wanted.
Yes.
Matter of fact, we can throw this in with that.
Say it now. Say it.
Yeah.
Say it.
Okay.
Thank you, Lord.
But when God gives us a strategy, we have to understand we have to endure.
Yes, God. Ah, glory.
Hallelujah.
Yes, God.
Hallelujah.
So let's saturate this atmosphere. I think we can do this in for 2-3 minutes.
Yes, God.
Get this atmosphere saturated all in one.
Hallelujah.
Congratulations. I know you all can do better than that. I know you all can make you know that like you're proud. That you're glad for what God is doing, what He's allowing you to leave behind and not take it into the new year. I can't hear nobody.